and plus our queen in our hand makes it the perfect bluff combo. I chose a full pot size bet, 250, and
Let's throw a pair of aces. Come on, yeah, we got ace two.
Welcome to this episode of How to Crush No Limit Hold'em Games in United States Casino. I'm June. Today we're going to Las Vegas, and because it was holiday season, the hotel price on this Vegas strip was crazily high, so I stayed at Boulder Station Casino, which is 20 minutes drive away, and the only no limit hold'em games in this casino is 1-2 small blind big blind USD dollars, and let's go fishing. We started our session with 300 bucks. The first hand we got Queen 10 suited on the bottom, one player limped, and I raised to 15 bucks. Big blind call, and big blind is a gloved lady who is a honest player. She always checked really fast when she got nothing, and down back when she had a hand and proudly showed her hand afterwards. And after she called, hijack player also calls. And the flop comes King 10 9 2 spades. Check to us. Our hand do not need protection, plus there was not many value we can get, so we check back. Turn comes a 5 of hearts. Check to us again, we bet 20 bucks. Surprisingly, she min raised it to 40 bucks. Hijack player folds. Although based on my experiences, there is no bluff on this kind of spot. She most likely has King X or some 2 pairs. However, any Queen, 10, Jack can be our outs, so we still got enough equity to call. And river comes a 3 of diamond. She check again and we check back. Unfortunately, we lost to 9-5 2 pair.
2 pair, 9-5.
The second hand I got pocket 3s on the bottom. Under the gun and middle position limped, I raised to 15 bucks, they called. Flop comes 9-4 2 hearts. Check to me, on this dry board which favors more to pre-flop raiser, I raised to 15 bucks to deny equity of 2 high cards. Under the gun calls and middle position folded. Turn comes a 10, he checked. I try to pot control and check back. River comes another 10. He bets 30 bucks, around half of the pot. Interesting spot. His value range would have hands like 9x and 10x. Bluff range would be missed flush draws and straight draw. Considering he limped under the gun and check call, check, bet. I don't think he has many 9x on his hands and range, and we call the bet. Surprisingly, he shot ace jack. Not sure this is a bluff or a value bet, but we won the pot. Tables becomes more active when this hand started. One maniac type of player and the dude always shouting nice start playing.
Nice! I kinda like that roll.
And the straddle was on. And this hand with one straddler we got ace queen and raised to 30 bucks. The maniac call on the button. Flop comes 10-9-3 rainbow. This flop is favoring the caller, so we check. He checked back. Turn comes an ace. I bet 40 bucks, around 2/3 of the pot, trying to get value from weaker ace or draws. He calls. River comes a 5. I bet $100, around half of the pot, but the opponent chooses to snap all in, around 200 bucks more. I'm not feeling very comfortable here. Our 1 pair hand lost to many 2 pairs here. But considering that his VPIP and ace queen is one of my top range, I call. And
I call.
No, I kind of like that rule, but sometimes.
I got a pair.
But I
got to show first?
5 minutes.
I got an ace. Ace queen. Oh no, I beat him. 2 pair. Ship the hook of the booker. Ship the hook of the booker.
so tilt. Perhaps fading this type of player, I should check on the river to allow him to bluff. Anyways, we rebought 300 after this hand. We don't need to panic after we got stacked. All we needed to is stand up and take a break. And the next hand we rebought another $300. We got King 9 off on the big blind, and the button opens 15 and we call. Flop comes King Jack 6 2 hearts. We go check check, and turn comes a 3 of spade. We bet half of the pot, targeting his mid pair and draws. He calls. River comes an 8. Here I think betting or checking both make sense. On this board there are many misdraws, so I checked. Opponent bets 20, which is less than 1/3 of the pot. Kind of weird bet. I called and he showed an 8, which was a really confusing move to me, but anyway we still win the pot. The previous maniac player raised to 20 bucks on hijack. Cutoff player 3-bet to 90 bucks. I got queens on the button. I got only 300 bucks around, so I cannot 4-bet. And when playing against this kind of player, I will never fold my queens pre-flop, so I push all in. Surprisingly, maniac player and cutoff player both called. The board comes Queen 9 6 3 2. I almost got the nuts, except he has 4-5. We successfully triple up our stack, and the maniac player shows pocket tens, and it feels really good to take money back from him. The next hand we got pocket 5 on the low jack. Opens to 15 bucks, cutoff and button called. Flop comes Jack 8 5 all spades. I think here we can choose to check or bet. Given that this is a 3-way pot and I'm out of position, I check. Cutoff player bets 20 bucks and button folds. I call against this suspicious bet. Turn comes a queen of hearts. Now 9-10 becomes a straight. He immediately bet 50 bucks. I still got a great hand on my hand. Given that we are all pretty deep behind, I do not want to get re-raised after I check raise him, so I just called. River comes a 7 of spades. The 4 spade on the board, so I checked, hoping a check back. Luckily, he did check back and showed ace queen offsuit. The opponent played a pretty weird line in this hand, but we still somehow take down this pot. This hand we got ace 5 offsuit on the small blind, cutoff limp and button call. I called and big blind check, so we are seeing a 4-way limp pot. Flop comes ace deuce 5 rainbow. Check to cutoff. He bets 16 bucks. Bottom maniac player called. We got top 2 pair, so definitely we raise for value, targeting their weaker ace. I raised to 50 bucks. 2 player called. Turn comes an 8. Cutoff player got 68 bucks left, which means he is pot committed. My plan is checked, and cutoff player will push all in, and bottom player would call. Then I reshove to put him on an uncomfortable position. So I checked. Cutoff player did not let me down and push all in. However, bottom maniac player folded, and we snap call. Opponent said, "You win," and showed ace 10. The river comes another 8. Our 2 pair was counterfeited. We got rivered again and lost this pot. This hand started with we opened to 15 bucks on middle position, and maniac player called on the bottom. Flop comes ace 4 deuce 2 hearts. Check to him, he overbets 50 bucks. Although he plays super loose aggressive, this is the first time he overbet tonight. We got top pair and a gut shot, so we still need to continue. And we called. Turn comes an 8. He bets 200 bucks with only 100 left, which means this is basically an all-in. Well, although he is really aggressive, but this bet size is first thing tonight. Considering there are better and stronger combos in our range, which are better bluff catcher, we chose to fold. And after we fold, he claims he has kings, but this is only what he said, of course. And this hand we got pocket kings on middle position with 1 limper. We raised to 20 bucks. We actually start choosing larger open size from now on to exploit these players, and still bottom and small blind called. Flop comes 10 8 deuce all clubs, and we do have a king of clubs in our hand, so we do not worry about too many turns. and it is hard to get 3-3 value from a weaker hand, so we check to pot control. After all players checked, turn comes a 6 of spade. Small blind bet 20, and I called. Then bottom player raised it to 60 bucks. Small blind folds and action to us. He absolutely has some flush, 2 pairs and straight in his range, but this raise size is pretty small, and it is also possible he has 10x type of hand to play this way. And I got king of clubs, so I call. River comes at 9. I check to back for a showdown. Luckily, he did check back, and kings is good. We won this pot.
Kings. That's the winner.
Then we're going to the last hand today. There were only 5 people left on the table. I got queen 9 suited on the hijack, which is basically under the gun, and raised it to 10 bucks. Button calls, and flop comes king 10 3 2 hearts. I got a gut shot and a backdoor flush draw, and this board is more wet and more draws, so I choose a larger size 20 bucks. He calls. Turn comes at ace of spade, which favors the preferred raiser, and our queen blocked the nuts queen jack. We bet $100 hoping to fold his king. He chooses to call, and river comes a blank 6. At this spot, opponent's range is actually kind of capped because he did not re-raise on the turn, and given the board texture it was so wet, and plus our queen in our hand makes it the perfect bluff combo. I chose a full pot size bet, 250. He tanked for a while and folded, and shown ace deuce of hearts. We scooped this pot with a desperate bluff again.
That flush draw a pair of aces. Come on, yeah, we got ace 2 for sure.
Overall today in Border Station Casino, except facing the maniac player, other players playing pretty passive, and on scary boards they playing really relatively honest, and so there are not many tough decisions to make. And today we bought in for $600 and cash out 1181, so it's nearly 300 big points profit. And that's it. Thanks for watching this week, and please leave a comment if you have any opinions or ideas. I'll see you guys next week.
That is your chance to be ruthless.